Hey, what's up guys, this is Tariq here from smartbiketrainers.com, and this is the trainer that I've been using for the past few weeks. This is the STAC Zero Halcyon wheel-on smart trainer. Now this is not your typical wheel-on trainer where it has a roller in the back to provide resistance. Instead they used magnets to provide resistance against your rear aluminum wheel. And STAC sent me this trainer and I have been using it for the past few weeks, and today I will tell you everything you need to know about this trainer and what sets this trainer apart from other wheel-on trainer and direct drive trainers. So let's get to that. So the first thing I noticed when I got the trainer is that lightweight, compact box. Unlike other trainers that I'm used to seeing, this one came in a very lightweight box, and I'm sure the delivery man was also thankful for that. And that's what makes a trainer very portable. It is very lightweight, very compact when it's folded, and can be taken with you anywhere you want. So let's talk about the specs. So the maximum power output for this trainer is 2000 watts at 50 miles per hour. That is plenty enough for all of us. However, the slope is only about 7%. That's a little bit lacking compared to other wheel-on trainers. The battery power is 10 hours. That is what I love about this trainer. It can be recharged using a regular USB cord. Since I got it, I charged it once and it's been running since. It only weighed about 22 pounds and it has an accuracy of plus minus 3%, and we'll get into the accuracy in a little bit. It is compatible with most bike. As long as your bike has an aluminum wheel, then you should be good. The connection is ANT plus FEC, smart Bluetooth, and Bluetooth FTMS. So if you have an app that supports FTMS in Bluetooth, then you should be able to run it on any mobile device. So for example, the Sufferfest, this one is compatible with the Sufferfest and Trainer Road as well. Noise level is very quiet, and since we're talking about noise, let's listen to the sound of this trainer. There is really nothing touching your bike, so as long as your drivetrain is quiet and you have a quiet wheel, then you should not have an issue with noise. It does provide power and speed. There is a cadence function within the app, the STAC app, that you can turn on when in erg mode. However, I didn't find it to be very accurate, and I'm just gonna say it doesn't measure cadence. As far as app compatibility, it is compatible with Zwift, fully compatible with Zwift on PC, Mac, or Apple TV. It is compatible with Trainer Road. I tested it on Trainer Road using my iPhone, and Trainer Road is FTMS compatible, so it is compatible with this trainer. It is also compatible with the Sufferfest, since the Sufferfest is FTMS compatible. And any app that is also ANT plus FEC compatible, as long as you have a USB dongle and you use it with the ANT plus, then it should work with that as well. And the trainer retails for $800. So when you take the trainer out of the box, there's a little bit of assembly that you need to do. The first thing you need to do is adjust the brake. They are in the shipping position, they're vertical, so you need to kind of turn them around to make him align to your wheel. Once you remove the rubber band and turn them around, they should click in place and you should hear a little click. Then there's that motor assembly. You need to tighten the motors, and all the tools that you need to assemble this trainer are included in the box. So there's nothing that you need to provide yourself. And once you tighten the motor, then comes the wheel weight. And depending on the type of wheel you have, whether it's a 32 spokes or a 24 spokes, there's a video for that. And I'm gonna link to the video in the article and in the in-depth review I have on smartbiketrainers.com, and also below in the description. So make sure you watch the video, because putting the wheels on can be a little bit tricky. The first time I did it, it took me about maybe I think 7 to 8 minutes. And the second time I did it, it took me also about 7 to 8 minutes, just because I totally forgot, and I had to go back and watch the videos and look at the instructions, because I just forgot which side to put the the weights on. And so the company do say once you get used to taking the weights on and off, you should be able to do it within a minute. Personally, I feel like once you put those weights on, you kind of do not want to take them off. So if you have a cheaper wheel somewhere, just use that wheel, leave the weights on, and keep that wheel for this trainer. So once you put on the weight and attach your bikes to the trainer, go and download the STAC app. It is available for iOS and Android, and once you download it, open it, pair it to the trainer, and go to the tweak section and squeeze the brakes, and just to make sure that the brakes touch the aluminum wheel evenly, because if they're not evenly, you're gonna have some issues with it, which I did have when I first used the trainer, and I had to make some adjustment to the brakes or to the magnets, I mean, and then it worked without any issues since then. As for power accuracy, the trainer does not require calibration, so you can just get on there and ride it. And in slope mode, it was fine. It was very close to my power meter. As you see here in this ride, it was between 3 to 5% from my power to max crank-based power meter. However, in erg mode, it was a little bit different. As you see here in this chart, at the beginning of the ride, it was a lot closer to my crank-based power meter, power to max. However, when I got to the intervals, there was a little bit of separation here, and we're talking about up to 15%. But it was consistent. Throughout the other intervals, it was consistent. It was the same separation, and the power lines are cleaner with the STAC, and it's gonna look like they've done some smoothing to them, but it's actually because of the way STAC measure power. Unlike traditional power meters, in the case of a hub base or a crank base, they measure power in different directions. STAC measure power in one direction, and it's tangential to the wheel. So it's a lot cleaner, it's a lot smoother. And the other thing I noticed with the STAC, when in erg mode, it is a lot smoother than other trainers currently in the market. And to explain to you what I'm talking about here, I'm gonna put up a chart here. This is from another high-end trainer that is currently in the market. And as you see here, this is a 10-minute interval at 250 watts. And as you see here, the trainer, the power numbers are up and down. And those power numbers are directly from my own power meter, not the trainer, just to eliminate any smoothing the trainer does, and just to use the same data source here. So as you see, if I change that to a scatter dot chart, you'll see those dots are all over the place. And this means the trainer was reacting to my cadence changes to keep me at 250 watts. And it just makes these tiny little adjustment in resistance to keep me at 200 watts, and the power numbers are up and down. But overall, when you're looking at the average for the full 10 minutes, usually it is around the target watts for the interval. And if we switch that chart to the Halcyon, and again, those numbers are directly from my crank-based power meter, not the Halcyon, you'll see that line is a lot smoother. And if I change it to the scatter dot chart, those dots are concentrated around my target watts. So this is an interesting feature I noticed about the Halcyon, and I wanted to bring this up to you guys and to see what you think of it. And if you have a different idea around it, please let me know. I would like to look at this data more and just to see and understand why the Halcyon does this better than other trainers. Overall, I thought the STAC Halcyon is an interesting trainer. It is very quiet, very light, very portable, self-powered. So if you're the kind of person that travels a lot and looking for a smart trainer to take with you on the road, the STAC Halcyon is a great option. Road feel was very decent in erg mode. It was a little bit lacking in sim mode. When coming up on hills or climbs, there was a lot of dead spots. You might be able to solve these dead spots by playing in the app and adjusting the road feel setting or adding additional weight to the flywheel. The Halcyon is priced at $800. This is where we're seeing the mid-range direct drive trainer sells at. If they can bring it down to the wheel-on trainer level, around $500, $600 level, they might open up the market for them and sell a lot more of it. Overall, this is all I have about the Halcyon. If this is a trainer that you were thinking of getting and you have any questions, please let me know in the comments section. Also, make sure you check out the full in-depth review on smartbiketrainers.com. And this is all I have. Hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.